This, what you're looking at here, now before everyone freaks out and says, "Oh no, just pictures, I'm leaving," listen to what I have to say because I think what I'm saying is more relevant to how the video looks. So anyway, Cartoon Wars Gunner was a game that came out a little while back, and it's just $1, and it may look like nothing special because the graphics and everything are pretty weak, but the game runs basically perfectly. It almost never gets bogged down or anything, and the cool thing is it's based around upgrading your stats, and everything goes up to all the like your magic gain and your health gain, stuff like that. All your attributes go up to level 50, and you can spend a lot of time upgrading this. I first of all upgraded my money gain because that meant I was able to upgrade and buy new guns more quickly. And then and you can upgrade your magic gain, your magic limit, so it makes you can obtain more magic. And you can upgrade your defense. I mean, there's so much to upgrade in this game for a $1 game. You'll spend a lot of time playing it, and it's really addicting. And what you're looking at right here is some of the special attacks you can use. This is just one of them. Just makes lightning come down, and if you upgrade your magic, then you can use these all the time. And it's pretty nice. One of them is like bombs come down from the sky. Another one is giant swords will come down and hit your enemies. So they're a real lifesaver if you're just completely outnumbered and swarmed by enemies, and they're pretty fun to use. Now what you're looking at right here is just a handful of the weapons. In the next screen it shows the rest. I missed a few of them, but so you got like your typical stuff in games. Like they try to balance it out, the weapons. Unfortunately, this is the only flaw. You'll start out with a pistol and a bow. Those will be like the first weapons you'll unlock probably, and they work okay at first, but later on in the game they start to become very worthless and just get you killed. You'll have better weapons by then, but it kind of sucks because I like pistols and I'd like to be able to use the pistol when I want without dying every time. But I mean, this game is an awesome game regardless, so I'm not really gonna let that affect if the game is good or not. But I mean, they got some pretty cool weapons. Like the sword is real cool because you can move real fast and just kind of slash around and then get away from the enemies. And they got like this the weapon about, I don't know, 4 from the left is this weird staff thing, and it shoots like lightning across the screen, takes out a bunch of enemies. It's pretty neat. And the mech, of course, it's a mech. It's a weapon that it shoots bullets. You can run around inside of it, and it's one of the best weapons in the game. The one just to the right of the mech is this ninja thing where you move real fast and throw these fiery ninja stars. That's the one that causes the swords to come down. So they got some pretty cool ones. They're not perfectly balanced. They could have worked on that a bit better, but I mean, the game is still a blast, and it's still super addicting. Upgrading all your weapons and all your attributes, and getting to play around with the magic attacks. And they had DLC recently, which gave us more enemies and more weapons, just a few more weapons. That ninja guy is one of them. There's 2 more to the right that weren't in the screen. But yeah, it's just a really addicting, fun game, and anyone that likes RPGs or action games should definitely get it. It's a great buy for $1. And the next game I'm showing you here is Plants vs. Zombies. Now this game is available on PC for a long time, and it's like $3 on the iPhone, and it's 10 on the PC. So if you have an iPhone and you want a good portable game, this is the one to get. Now it doesn't hold up quite as well as the PC version. Like it will slow down when there's a lot going on the screen, but I mean, it doesn't really aggravate me. So I mean, for $3 opposed to 10, and the fact that I can take it wherever I want, I'd much rather have this than the PC version. It does kind of make me confused as to why A game that looks like this gets so bogged down on the iPhone, you'd think that the system could handle it a bit better. But anyway, and they got some cool levels, like this graveyard level. Like fog will come in and you won't be able to see your enemies on half of the screen and stuff like that. And they do a good job of mixing it up so it doesn't feel like the same front lawn over and over and over. And like this one right here, you got a swimming pool in the middle, of course, and all the zombies get these, rings around them so they can swim around. It's kind of funny. There's a lot of enemies in the game, which is cool. I mean, you got the cone head guys and the bucket head guys. Those guys take a bit more damage than the normal zombies. And you got like the football guys, which you saw in the graveyard picture. They withstand a lot of damage and they move fairly fast. And along with your wide variety of enemies, you have a oh, I forgot to mention the newspaper zombie. Basically, can take a few more hits, and once you knock out his paper, once his paper drops, he gets real angry and starts running real fast. So it's always funny to watch. But along with your wide array of enemies, you have a wide array of plants to set up. Like this screen right here kind of shows you some, the decent variety of plants you got. You got like the Venus flytraps that'll swallow an enemy whole, but will be vulnerable while they're chewing. These potato things, which basically don't attack, but they hold back your enemies. They'll sit back and eat them while they're getting hit by other enemies. And then you got like landmine things, which obviously it's a landmine. You put it down and it blows up when they hit them. The pea shooters, well, they call them that obviously because they shoot peas, and you can light a fire in front of them, this fiery plant thing, and the peas will go through them, ignite, and cause more damage on the enemies as they hit them. So it's a strategy. Even though this is a really goofy game, there is a decent amount of strategy to it. And if you plant a bunch of these sunflowers, you will generate more sun, which is like your money in this game. You use it to buy more plants. The more sun you get, the faster you can plant plants, the faster you can build up your defense. So it's a really fun game and shockingly strategic, considering, it's a just overall pretty goofy game. And the last game I gotta show you is Killing Floor. Now this game was done by Tripwire Interactive, and they've had like 2 DLC packs pretty quickly, and it's a great game for $20. I mean, it's so addicting. There's a perk system which will do stuff like, if you're the sharpshooter perk, rifles and your pistol will do pistols like the Beretta and the hand cannon will do more damage, and they have higher probability of taking out an enemy with a headshot. It'll lower the recoil of your pistols and hand cannons and rifles, and they'll be cheaper. And that trend kind of follows with most classes. The commando perk, your machine guns like the bullpup and the AK-47 have less recoil. They're a lot cheaper, do more damage. So for the most part, all the classes, it affects the weapons kind of the same way. One of the cool classes is the medic. You get an MP7 machine gun, and it will shoot your healing syringes out of your weapon, and it'll hit an enemy and it'll heal them, so you can do it from far away if you can hit a fast-moving teammate. So it's a really addicting, fun game, and leveling up those perks, you just keep coming back. So, but for a $20 game, it's great, and they've released there's tons of downloadable levels that players have made out in the community, and there's been a lot of DLC characters levels released for free. The characters are like $3 or something like that, so they put a ton of work into this, considering they're a little developer that doesn't get the recognition they deserve. So definitely buy this game if you want to support a smaller developer that knows how to make a great game. But that's it for now. I mean, that's all I got to show you. So until next time.